It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Maybe. Good afternoon. Welcome to...
We're so glad that it got solved.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. It's a bright, sunny Sunday. We have a lot of sales going on. We have a lot of people walking around. So if you're here at Milberger's listening, if you have any questions, come on up to the patio. We'd love to hear from you. And again, give us a call if you're listening, 210-308-8867.
Hi.
Hello there.
I'm writing down one of our sales. Some particulars on it.
Well, we were...
Did you want to, mention right away? You want to mention a sale?
Sure.
Yeah, what's that? A Cenizo sale.
The Texas Sages, they're on sale. Values to $149.99. They are 10% off.
10%
must be big,
off. And
big specimens.
And we have number 3, number 5, and number 15. So we have some nice big ones, mature ones. We have Renegade, Laredo. That's a newer one. Laredo. Renegade is a newer one. Laredo is an old-fashioned one. San Antonio Rose is one that I was not familiar with, and I had to look up. That is one that's somewhat smaller, more, what do we always use the term? Restrained is the word we often use, and it's about...
Discipline?
Discipline is another word we often
Although
use.
the Cenizas are generally pretty disciplined.
Pretty disciplined.
Yeah.
There's one, I can't remember the name of it. Now I'm falling into the memory loss. Green something. Obviously the name is, it has more green foliage than silver foliage. And maybe Susan will come running up and tell me again what it is. But I like it because it will grow a little faster and a little taller than most Cenizos.
And one of the characteristics about the Cenizos is that it's strange for a native plant like them, drought tolerant and deer proof and everything. But you can also prune the heck out of them if you want, and they continue to bloom. Their blooming mechanism, I guess, is not out there on the end of the branches.
So, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I yelled into the microphone. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought you could explain. Why.
I would, because there's lots of different pruning techniques for it. A lot of people shear it. I don't like it. Here comes Susan. She's what mistake I made? Green cloud.
Green cloud.
Oh yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah. Yes, I know it's an old one, but so is my mind. It's an old one.
It's tough, Alex. This is tough working with these old people sometimes, isn't it?
No, not at all.
So, I'm going to finish up on the Cenizo. Other people will actually cut it all the way down to the ground every 3 years or so, and let it grow up then.
Kind of like
so to keep it in somewhat
like a Salvia greggii.
Yeah, exactly. And some other people will reduce it and open it up the center and keeping it a little less refined, a little less disciplined. So there's lots of ways to do it.
I find
it's a very versatile shrub.
I find it interesting. It lives a long time, and so if you planted it in a full sun 15 years ago, and now the trees have grown up over top, it's still alive. But you talk about airy, open kind of foliage. and that doesn't usually do much blooming when it's in the shade like that. So, well, we've seen a few where we've had a few of our listeners where they say, why won't mine bloom? And it's in full sun. Well, it was in full sun 15 years ago.
I remember a classic one. This is a couple of years ago, I think, since we've been doing this show. But anyway, they showed us a picture.
Yeah.
It says, why is it not blooming and it's not full? But we could see, it's full sun. But both Calvin and I, from the photo, could see like a shadow in the background.
I couldn't. It was even hard to detect where the Sinisa ended and the oak trees or whatever they were.
Yeah, I think they're live oaks. But it was like, no, they're in full sun. Well, they were in full sun in the past. But they prefer full sun. So if you have full sun, that's an excellent choice. If you're partly shade, well, we have some other options for you then.
Yeah, they do a good job out there on the hottest part of the landscape, and like where I've got slopes off of the road and full sun. It doesn't phase them a bit. You know, once they're established, they're pretty invincible in terms of a drought. You know what else? We still got the good selection of tomatoes over there. I planted the three new ones.
So after I told Calvin yesterday that I'd seen some ones we haven't seen before, some Thunderbird and some Red Deuce, and he went, oh, his eyes lit up. And about 3 minutes after the show ended, he was over there getting some more tomatoes.
Yep. So. And I told myself I was only going to plant six tomato plants this fall because I didn't need all the tomatoes that were produced. Now I have 8. So, but it's hard to pass up on some of those wonderful varieties. I've got to have Ruby Crush and BHN 968.
Yes.
If they're available. And then of course always Tycoon and Celebrity are so reliable. And then and when the Thunderbird showed up, I couldn't pass. So then I also got I like one of the the one that's the determinate. Starts with an A.
The Amelia.
Yeah, Amelia.
Yeah.
And then the pole bag. I'm still trying to get.
I was going to say maybe the fall is a better time for it, and so if you were a little disappointed, some of our friends, former weathermen, meteorologists, they tried in the fall. Maybe it's a better one going to be in the fall.
Yeah,
so.
And because we usually rodeo tomatoes, they go through such a process with them that and when they pick one, it's usually pretty outstanding. And the problem was with the pole bag that a majority, but not everybody, some of them liked them. I kind of liked the taste of the fruit. But Steve Brown thought that it reminded him of too much of like aroma. And in terms of size and thick skin and taste. So it'd be a good exercise if you got the space to go ahead and help us continue that test and see if it was just that the conditions that resulted in and of course when I only had one or two, Steve only had one or two, so and the fact that it performed so well in the testing indicates that it maybe would do well. At the very least, deserves another look.
Another look, yes.
And it is a determinant.
Yeah. And by the way, we do have some Roma out there. So if anybody's planning
that'd
to
be
do
cool
some cooking,
to plant them
side by side.
Yeah.
Compare the two. No, I understand what he's saying because yes, I think those characteristics that he mentioned are evident in the Roma. they do tend to have a little thicker skin. So.
Oh yeah, and a kind of a bland.
Well, I don't know about bland, but
they are.
Yeah,
they are
it's
quick.
It's
they
not
are quick to produce.
Yeah,
too.
and it's not one of my tastiest ones. So,
of course, we're at Mark's age, we can't take much of his testimony for taste. Yeah, or taste
those
or
buds
fragrance.
are pretty much gone. Oh, fragrance. I don't know. Fragrance is still there, but taste maybe not.
Oh, but and then what else? Sweet 100s are out there.
Yeah,
and
so,
there was one other of the regular dwarfs.
So there's Sweet 100, 9H, or BHN, and one more. I can't remember. Large cherry, maybe.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah, maybe another one that's escaping me.
And then the Red Deuce.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some Yakwa or something like a couple of.
Well, there was a Better Boy I saw over there.
Oh, I saw that too.
That's semi-determinate.
That.
And some people swear about it.
Lots of choices.
Yes.
And the plants look good.
Mm-hmm.
I transplanted them in after the show yesterday in the heat. Watered them in, give them prepared the soil with 1959 and compost, and they're looking good this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's still a good selection of tomatoes here.
3 tables full.
3 tables, along with some peppers over there. I think,
and there's some okra.
Okra, yeah.
And Mark said, Mark, you don't remember what kind of peppers there are?
No, but there's a wide variety. We have had, of course, serranos and jalapenos. We've had some Anaheim and Aladdin. That one too.
Yep.
We had lots of bananas before. I don't know if we still do.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That tastes like the green mild peppers, but it looks like a jalapeno.
Yeah. So there's some light yellow ones, which the name is derived, but there's green ones as well, similar varieties. And yeah, you just munch on them. They're very nice.
And they do good in those vegetable plates.
Mm-hmm.
Cut them up if you want, or just put.
But
them in.
summer is the season for planting peppers. So peppers, okra, and eggplant.
Yeah, eggplant. I'm overwhelmed by eggplant.
So we had some out there, and I didn't check before we started because, of course, I was running late. Laundry didn't want to speed up. But in the past, we had some Ichiban. And Ichiban is the Japanese eggplant, and it's long and skinny and straight. And it's nice to cook with.
That was the one Bart was trying to...
Yeah.
I told him we had it at one time, and then, of course, he says, okay, get me some. By the time then, it's gone. It's just like our usual history with our favorite tomatoes.
Yeah. So, but it's much easier to work with. You can slice it. You can lengthways. You can cut it lengthways. So there's lots of ways to use it. So
and works just as well in recipes. Too.
Yeah. I kind of like it. But you do have to look for it in the store, and we only occasionally have it here. So if I see it, I will mention it on the radio, and you can call in and reserve one. What is that number to call in reserve, by the way?
Oh, to reserve here at Milberger's?
Get on the phone list.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the phone list for Milberger's is 210-497-3760.
And what you do is you tell them what you want. You know, it may be something that maybe one of the milkweeds that normally we have but isn't here yet. You tell them you want that list, and then when they do show up, they'll put it aside for you, and then they'll call you and say it's here and available. Now, you're not locked into it. You don't have to give your credit card number or anything, but they will give you, I don't remember if you got a couple days to do it, or you just tell them when you'll be there and get it. But things like milkweeds, tomato varieties, pepper varieties, that's usual. Mm-hmm. And then some of the favorite blooming plants, like the Dreamland zinnias.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we always like that.
Now, you don't have to do that for the vincas out there. There's a ton of vincas, all the colors, Cora vinca, and I speak of experience with that. Mm-hmm. Mine are looking really good.
There's a ton out there.
Wow. I was going to do it.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, Alex.
Yes, Mark.
Aren't those available on sale
They're
today?
available, and they're on sale. Yeah. The Vinca Core series in a 4-inch pot, regularly $179. They're on sale, 8 for $12.
And look at the colors out there.
I know, just fabulous colors.
The white, the pink, the red, kind of a violet, a couple light pinks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that gives you options for design, particularly now that you can get 8 for a certain reduced price. So you get 8 of one color and 8 of another, and you can mix it, or you can get 8 of each one of these, the red, the pink, and the white, and then mix. That makes a fabulous display.
They do well in pads, like Mark was talking about. They also do super well in containers. In this heat, they can do pretty well in this blast of sun, 100-degree heat. As long as you do have to water them every couple of days, but you don't have to water them as much as the zinnias or even the pentas. The pentas and the zinnias need to be watered more often than the vinca. And there's still a question. That's right. I was going to put some zinnias out there and see if the deer eat them, because they appear on zinnias appear a lot on deer perfluous, but in my history, they have not seemed to survive well. Mm-hmm. Not like the vincas. The vincas never have the deer bother the vincas. Oh, and the Mark's. What is the snapdragon? The summer snapdragon.
Oh, the Angelonia?
Yeah, the Angelonia was another one that I've never had the deer bother.
Speaking of which, we talked about that last week. Calvin and I like the old-fashioned liquid fence, but there's a couple other varieties that we carry here at Milberger's. They're called I Love to Garden, and then there's another name over there. But in the summertime, we recommend maybe a little addition of that liquid fence for maybe 4 to 6 weeks while the plants get established.
Yeah, because the deer are they get pretty comfortable with their situation and pretty possessive and like to check out new plants, and I don't know if they don't like the color or what it is, but they'll pull them out, and I don't like the taste of them, but I'm just going to leave them here. Now, speaking of deer, gosh, big buck was dead across the street of my neighbor's, and the Mexican eagles had just arrived, so they'll be followed up by the turkey vultures and the black vultures. But gosh, it was such a shame. Tilly did not express any
interest?
Remorse?
Displeasure, or didn't feel bad at all. She has lost her respect or affection for the deer.
Yeah. Her empathy for that deer over there is like, no.
But I'm sure the coyotes will show up too, and unfortunately, I suspect they'll try to drag that buck, because it's just across the street from my yard. They'll probably try to drag it into the wildlife area there. But maybe not. Maybe the wildlife pickup people will get there before.
Maybe so. Well, give us a call at 210-308-8888. 8867. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. We have Mexican heather on sale, also known as Kufia, in a number 1. They're regularly $9.99. They're on sale for $7.88.
Yeah, that's one of the favorite pollinator plants here and right in front of us.
That's true.
The other thing I was noticing, well, of course, the bees are going to make a liar out of me right now.
Uh-oh.
Because they were, what is the Mark's favorite right there?
Right in front of us, or right here in front of Mark? The skullcaps?
Skullcaps.
Yes.
All the big black bees were on the skullcaps. And I was going to say, gosh, they kind of concentrate. And of course, now they've shifted over to the lantanas just to make a liar out of me, I guess. But the lantanas are in stronger bloom right now than the skullcaps are. So that may be part of it. And they seem to prefer, the pollinators seem to prefer the plants that are in the full sun. I guess that's probably consistent with the blooming power, too.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're coming, some of them are coming back over the skullcaps.
Oh, yeah. So there's several hundred solitary bees, and I think I had to ask Nathan Riggs with Saws, who's also an entomologist, and he says they're probably masonry bees, those black metallic one with shiny black ones,
and they're big.
Yeah, and they're big.
Now there's more than one. Now these are, of course, quite often you make an assessment from sitting here or at my house. There's big black ones that like the red flower, tubular flower that.
Well, the tubular flower, there's a whole bunch of them. But cross vine or Tacoma Sans Esperanza.
It was one that was one of the favorite. It was on sale for a while here.
Firebush? No.
Yeah. Firebush the bees like too, but anyhow, that had the big black bees, but it seemed like they were a bigger species than this book. And then another one I saw, which is about the same size as these black bees, had a white cap.
A white cap.
Yeah, a number of them were there. And they all seemed to, there's quite often a group of the bees.
Right. The other day I saw what I thought was a skinny bumblebee, and I was told by an expert, no, it's a Sonoran bumblebee. So I went, okay, well, you learned something.
You got the S start.
Yeah.
That's right. So, yeah, well, it's just interesting. We got to find a good resource for the bees, like the one we have for the butterflies. And Milberger's is they've all been sold. These pamphlets butterflies we're talking about, but Mark has described several times. But Peter tells me they're reordered them. So
okay, all right.
We
didn't have to tie him down or anything to make him reorder or threaten him.
No,
okay.
I used my charm.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I told him I bought the last one. So. Yeah. But no, I just told him how attractive they were to the customers, and to because we have, just like we've talked about many times, the people here that buy plants at Milberger's love gardening, but that quite often they also are very, very interested in wildlife too, and birds and the butterflies. And these publications, what do they have, Mark? They got 60 or 40 or how?
So there's 60 on that one, different butterflies. Some of the other ones have less. But I was pretty impressed that they had 60 on there. And it's very nice, very informative. It has a picture of the adult, the caterpillar, the scientific name, and most importantly, the host plant.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very nice.
And
Nicely done.
And it's one of the most important things is it's 60 of Central Texas. Mm-hmm. So it just cuts down. I've got a butterfly book that I love, that it's, the whole...
Not travel size.
Yeah. So every time we were trying to identify so many butterflies here at Milberger's, every time we were trying to identify it out of the book, we had to, set aside an hour and a cup of coffee to find it. But with this publication, it's relatively easy. Yeah. Just like that's what we did this morning. Alex and Mark and I were trying to identify one of the big black swallowtails, and Mark kind of cruised up to it.
But it wouldn't stay still, so I couldn't see this. I thought there might be some spots underneath. I wasn't sure, but it just wouldn't stop.
But
flying.
Which is one of the characteristics, I think, of the pipevine, opposed to the black swallowtails are not as aggressive, as active as this one was, but the classic was that blue coloring, and
so it had some different shades of blue, almost metallic looking a little bit, or shimmering. That's what it was, shimmering.
And then the other choice that we see quite a bit is the female. My old age here. What is it? What is that? Oh, the tiger swallowtail.
Right, tiger swallow. Last week we had a couple, or one that was very aggressive.
There's the black phase, and then there's the yellow phase.
Yeah, which I didn't know until I was staring at your pamphlet, and I'm going, "What? No!" And then it says on there the black phase and yellow.
Female,
phase.
yeah. Just they're just the female has a black phase, but there's also a yellow phase of both the male and the female. Very attractive, big, as almost as large as the giant swallowtail, and we see quite a few of those. One of the reasons, when you've got all these acres of blooming plants like we do at Milberger's, you're going to have, and you're careful to protect the butterflies. We're going to have a lot of them. But the other thing is we've got the certified butterfly garden there, and which has got dominated by native plants, but it has a list that has been accepted by the one of the wildlife agencies as appropriate for attracting butterflies here in Central Texas, and one of the dominant plants right now is the butterfly vine, blooming up a storm, and the seed pods are unbelievable. And then the two ground covers that we see, the horse herb is the dominating one, and then what's the other one, Mark? With it's a little bulb, the eye, pig.
The frog fruit.
Frog fruit, yeah. And so that's there. And then, of course, we've got several milkweeds there. And that was the place, one of Monica, no, it's in Gayetta Jilski's book. She states that she never seen a monarchs lay eggs and raise caterpillars on the butterfly weed. And sure enough, last year we did.
Yeah.
And it's relatively easy to recognize monarch caterpillars because of the appendages. There's 3 rather than 2.
Right,
like
also the coloring of the green and black.
So that was kind of an interesting thing. Now we're continuing to. The butterfly weed, I know in my yard is blooming.
It's a native, and you see it around town quite often. There's one park that I'm familiar with in the Terrell Heights neighborhoods, and it had 100 square foot area of just butterfly weed. It was just beautiful.
Now, we used to be quite a patch at the Mitchell Lake Audubon Center, and of course they have. I think they still have the large patch of mistflower, but they've got several different kinds of milkweed there too. So there's quite a few opportunities to see butterflies. And even better would be if more and more of gardeners get milkweed growing in their backyard.
Yeah.
We've got lots of choices. And we offer classes quite often. We haven't scheduled anything for the fall yet, but for the last 4 years we've distributed over 1,000 plants, seeded containers, and even this year we distributed the seeds, 7 different kinds of seed, and we should be getting the results in pretty sudden. See how if the seeding worked better than the transplants, because the milkweed have been tough to grow. And it's funny because if you're from Michigan or Minnesota, like Mark and I, the farmers up there have spent generations fighting off milkweed. And once it's established, it's drought tolerant and survives. But at this, it's hard to get it to initially establish it. And what has happened too is the farmers have and past gardeners have been successful in controlling it. But now we all want it back because of the attraction to butterflies, especially the migrating monarchs. So that's one of the complications. And if you're interested, I mentioned Jilski's book on attracting butterflies to your garden. A wonderful book. And then Monica Makeley has also got a book about the monarch and the migration, and that's an interesting book to read. And also, both of those books would be great for gifts.
Yeah.
Or Christmas, or just for birthdays, or especially if you got somebody that is interested in the butterflies, and there's a lot of folks around here that are. So, and then Mark, I guess a nice stocking stuffer.
Yeah. So yes, and I have done that. So and they're easily priced, so you can do 1, 2, or as many as you want in one stocking. Very nice.
Yeah, for this is the butterfly. What I'm talking about is the pamphlet, the butterflies of Central Texas, and then there's one similar pamphlets on birds. There's 5 or 6 of them out there.
Oh, there's more than that. There's some really unusual stuff. There's spiders.
Are there bees? Is there one on bees?
I'm going to go look
at
the NewsHour. So I'm almost certain there's one on bees. So we'll have to look at that. But it's whatever you're interested in. They probably have a guide for it.
Yeah,
bats. They have one on bats.
The kind of things you could put in your purse or in your back pocket.
Yep.
And they're sturdy. They don't get soggy. But great photos too. And as Mark mentioned, good information. Not overwhelming text, but the photos are very, very, very good. Very descriptive and easy to interpret.
That's true. Well, it's been quiet, so give us a call at 210-308-8867. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, right here on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. We have Karen on the line. Karen, thank you for calling.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
I called a few weeks ago and talking about a very old St. Augustine yard, like it's probably 60 years old when it was planted, and it came back in really beautifully with the rains we had, I guess, in the early summer, and it was looking really, really strong, and then it started turning yellow, and so it did the same thing last year, but I didn't treat it in any way, and so y'all said, okay, go get that high-yield iron. And so I put that on, and it's been about, 3 weeks, I don't know. And it just really didn't seem to make any difference. We've watered, and we've sprinkled, and you think, I mean, it's in certain patches almost look like they're kind of turning kind of brownish, where they look like, it looks like shriveled up, sort of.
When you water, how much do you water?
Well, just, the sprinkler's going for about, 12 minutes, full blast in all the different sections.
Yeah.
I don't know what that equates to.
Yeah.
Not much.
No, yeah, I would guess with this 100-degree that it's not getting, if you took a little hand shovel and dug in there, I suspect that you would see 2 inches of penetration or so.
At 12 minutes, not even that. Probably about an inch.
Yeah. So that's what's happened. Yeah. Usually when you see that after the big rains like that, it'll catch up. But then of course we got the big rains and the tops grew, and we didn't get any follow-up after that. Rain, just 100-degree temperatures. So and you got 60. You got quite an old lawn.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think the lawn is still. Oh, you're saying that there is some brown spots on it. And it
did it last year in the same kind of area, and I can't. I've kind of dug in to see if there's any chinch bugs or stuff like that. The grass kind of looks like it's almost like chewed up, sort of like brownish, at the tips, I guess is a way to describe it. It doesn't just pull out or anything. So I don't know what's up with it. And just in certain patches.
But it doesn't pull out, so it's probably not.
No.
It's not grubs. The chinch bugs would be if it's in the sunniest, hottest part of the lawn?
Oh, the whole lawn is in the sun. And especially since we had oak wilt, it took out a number of our oak trees. So it's pretty, it gets a lot of sun. And,
but there are oak trees there?
Pardon me?
But there are oak trees?
There were, I would say, there were about 20 oak trees in this huge backyard, but about 14 of them died from oak wilt. So they're just, what's still there is just bare, gigantic branches and trees, and pretty sad state of affairs.
Now, the only other thing is, I have to ask you, are we talking Highwood Park or Castle Hills?
No, it's Oak Hills.
Oak Hills, okay. All right. So the reason I was going to ask that, if it was like Hollywood Park, I happen to know it's very, very, very shallow soil. But I went to...
Because Oak Hills is right across from my area, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's down the street.
Yeah, which is probably...
He's up the street, you're down the street from it.
Well, it looks like a lot of yards have the yellow, and they're... we tried. We were hoping
Well,
If that
so
could be-
yeah, so we like to plant St. Augustine in those areas which have partial shade because it is tolerant of shade, some shade. And then when you take that shade away, it takes a while to readjust, and by a while I mean maybe a couple of years on that. So you don't want to apply anything in August. That's you want to do that in the spring, early summer, and then again in the fall. And the only thing you're applying with in August is water.
How do
So now I got to ask her if she's got an in-ground irrigation system.
Yes.
Okay, so you know that you have put 12 minutes on a spray head, and I'm assuming it's a full spray upright. I mean, it just pops up, and
Yeah.
So 12 minutes is not going to get you a whole lot of water. Maybe an eighth of an inch, quarter of an inch. I'd have to do the math.
Yeah.
So normally we would be on the conservative end, of course, in solids conservation. So we'd be recommending 20 minutes. Once a week.
Yeah, it's just it seems, there's nothing we can do with this. We've got this huge yard, and it's it just seems it's a waste of water, and it's expensive as you start, so it's just kind of what do you do? Because
I'm shaking my head because
water waste.
I'm in the same situation as you are, but I've quit watering my lawn. I use a lot of water on my flowers and vegetables and shrubs. But when did you apply the fertilizer with the iron?
Probably maybe about more than a month ago.
I do remember you, Karen. I remember your phone call.
Okay.
Maybe 6 weeks, maybe a month and a half, something like that.
Yeah, and I did go get the high yield one, and rather than the other one, but I just couldn't see that it did much. But I just kind of wondered. That lawn has bounced back so much. This is my parents' lawn, and it still looks it looks good, and it's. Yeah, I think, we just water. I might crank up the backyard, which is where this is, just give it a few more minutes. Maybe won't be too outrageous, but I just, maybe another 5 minutes or so.
Do you happen to know what kind of controller you have? Just off the top here, do you have a Hunter or Rainbird or something really old?
It's probably an ancient Rainbird.
I was going to say probably 60 years, probably an ancient Rainbird. Well, some of the models allow you to put on 2 times. So that you put on 1 time in the morning, and then you put to be, and then it says you can put in another time. And that allows you you can do it in the morning because the new rules are 5 to 10.
Yes, thank goodness. I'd go early. I put it on early in the morning.
And so you could run 2 times, and how we describe that is you're building a large water soil profile, and so you're getting it so the grass can use that water over a longer period of time. The other option is to do it in the evening, but I like to do twice in the morning if I can.
Okay, like one after the other.
Right.
Now that's
okay.
But you have to check your controller to see if it can do that, because otherwise it will run.
Well, I'll just do it manually.
It'll maybe run 4 times, and you go, and then the water bill is going to be high. So ask. It is a free service from SAWS Conservation, 704-SAVE. And then you just ask this, hey, can somebody come out and check to see if I can run 2 times?
The other wonderful thing that could happen, hopefully we're moving into September, then by October, hopefully we'll be getting some more rain.
And on the I'm the iron high yield iron plus. Hopefully, the newer formula has some nitrogen as well as iron, chelated iron. So, fall is an optimum time. We like to recommend our 1959 during that time. For your annual fertilization, or you split it up between fall and May. So you can do it a couple different ways.
Would put it on like when it starts getting a little bit cooler. Is that kind of when you do the fall one?
What do we want to say? Second week or third week of May? October? When do we like to put it in?
First of October.
First of October.
We sometimes use we generally recommend the winterizer.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's quicker.
Yeah.
But you could do either or, because half of the 1959 is quick and half is slow.
Yeah, I would. Mark talked about a lot of options there, but pick the one maybe to increase the watering. Test that, but then the other option, the more conservative one, would be the. Hopefully the rains will start and the weather will cool.
There's one other option that we didn't discuss.
Good luck.
Think about it.
Put a swimming pool in. No,
but something similar. Change your landscape design. To some pollinator plants and pollinator perennials that need less water. It's something to think about. I know a beautiful lawn is so nice. It's just
it's kind of heartbreaking though too that the she lost some oak trees.
I know. I said,
we had a bad scourge of it. Yeah,
I know. When I was the state forester, I identified a lot of that. And I go to Oak Hills Presbyterian Church, so I'm just down the road. So I get to look at it once a week. Up Callahan and go, look at that. So I identified it in that area as well as on the golf course. So
that's where it came from, apparently.
Yes, it came from that way back towards that area on both sides of the road. And then the big worry was it going down the parkway, down the hill.
Well, it did catch part of the park, and darn, that stuff goes under the road. We learned all kinds of stuff about it's not the beetles or whatever; it's the roots. Oh my gosh!
So a lot of large oak trees were afflicted and died. But there's always opportunities.
How long ago was that oak wilt?
It was in the 90s.
Okay.
Late, I think that was.
Well,
later
this was
90s.
a recent. This was like in the last 5 years or so.
Yeah, I know, but it's been slowly expanding. By the water tower.
That's exactly where we are, by Water Tower.
So that was like, government bureaucracy is always wonderful.
Don't let it cross the road over there into Dream Hill Estates.
So I said, what can we do for that big oak that was standing in the property, our property, with the water tower? And I go, well, we probably should inject as soon as we can. And as soon as we can, stretched out for a very long time. So that oak is no longer with us. But think about planting, and then fall is for planting. So maybe some new trees, okay?
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Keep up the great work.
All right, thank you, Karen.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, Mike, we see your call. We're about 20 seconds up until the top of the hour for the news, so we will get to your call on the other side of this. But 210-308-8867. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, right here on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Maybe. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. 210-308-8867 is the number. Right now we have Mike on the line. Mike, thank you so much for holding.
Is Mike still there? Is he patient?
There he is.
All right, good, Mike. Thank you. Sorry.
That's all right. I was going to tell you, I planted those Barbados cherries this spring, and those things, man, they grow fast. They were about 6 inches tall. I got 2 of them, and now they're probably 4 feet tall.
The Barbados.
And
Yeah, Calvin didn't hear you. So I am so glad you called. I've been waiting for you to call. Did you find that one that was supposed to be tasty?
yes, I had to order them over the internet, but I got them.
Okay.
And so far they hadn't produced, which didn't surprise me. But they're not they don't have like a real strong trunk. They're more viney, I guess you'd say, real thin. So what we did was me and my grandson put them in tomato cages, and that seemed to help them quite a bit. And so far they have not bore any kind of fruit or anything, but they are big and they are healthy and they do look good.
Well, that's interesting that they were so thin-stemmed. Usually I think of them as like a big bush, big strong bush with some weight to their stems. So that's interesting. Maybe a couple. Maybe it's going to take a couple years because they're just newly planted.
Well, I've got a little patience with them, so.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you called back because I was wondering. I was a couple times I was driving up here from my house downtown, and I would go, I wonder if Mike called yet.
What is the expectation in terms of taste? Is it sweet or tart or?
Well, it's what they claim. It's called a Florida sweet variety, and I'm counting on them being real good to eat. I just don't know yet.
So in my history, why it was so interesting to me, in my past, I've never experienced big Barbados cherries, big ones. Maybe a marble. So
yeah,
but the way Mike was talking
expecting.
about, what Mike was talking about is maybe even a little bit bigger. And sweet.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
If I can, when these things finally produce, I'll see if I can get a few of them to y'all so you can see.
All right.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, so it may be a longer-term project. I'm just giving you a warning on that one.
Is it a sun plant or a shade plant?
No, it's a sun plant.
Sun plant.
It is one that we don't use quite as often as we should. Now, they do in the valley, and they can get large in the valley. So it is cold sensitive, but they will grow up here in normal years.
Well, thanks for the report, Mike. That'll be interesting to follow how that turns out.
Yeah, because I'm really interested in pursuing this and
Where did
be able to recommend.
Test them in Michigan?
No, here.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Yeah.
No. There would be like some big ones over at Mitchell Lake. That
Naturalized?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Here and there, at Botanical Center. What are these flowering plants with this fruit? And is it edible? That kind of stuff.
Oh.
A Barbados cherry is the name, and it should be more used more often in San Antonio. But I'd love to hear your reports on this. This was called Florida Sweet. Is that right?
Yes, Florida sweet variety.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What else?
Keep it surprised.
What else are you
Mike.
growing, Mike? Anything other exciting?
No, not really. I've got a couple of peach trees growing, but they're too young to produce yet. And I'm trying to get in a fall garden, but man, it's been like 103 and 102 here.
Yeah, tell me about it. Hey, and it's interesting to hear about you gardening with your grandson too. That's a neat. That's always desirable. Good for him. Good for all of us.
Well, he has learned how. He's 10 years old. Yes, he's learned how to plant seeds. That's mainly what we do: plant from seed, squash and whatever. I am going to have to buy tomatoes this year, it looks like, but and he likes it. He enjoys it, so hopefully he'll stick with it.
Yeah. Well, we got lots of tomato varieties. If he likes cherry tomatoes, to try the Ruby Crush and the BHN 968. He should love those.
Okay, I'll try. I'll look for them.
Yeah. All right, great. Thank you for the report.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Give us a call at 210-308-8867.
How old did he say it was? 10?
10? The grandson?
10. The grandson was 10,
Yeah. Well, so what do you got, Mark?
Well, at your request, but being the old person that I am, you know, I just had a birthday yesterday.
Do you remember which one?
I don't remember which one you told me to go get. So I got.
No, I was thinking of your birthday. Do you remember which one that was?
Oh yeah, it's
maybe your mother told you.
No. It's 66. I'm 66. So.
A mere child, huh?
Just a child, yes. I love working with you, Calvin, because you're older than me. What we have, so we've been talking about these laminated fold-up brochures for the butterflies. Well, Milberger has a bunch of them. So we have snakes of Central Texas. I think that's a pretty good one. You want to look at that one?
Sure thing.
Pretty interesting.
Pass it down to the class.
We have birds of Central Texas. We have hummingbirds of North America. These are all very interesting. We have warblers, which warblers are one of my favorite birds.
Does it say where the warblers?
This is of North America.
North America, okay.
Yeah. And then wildflowers of Central Texas, which looks
Texas.
pretty good. I'll pass this one on down.
Yeah.
But of course,
because I see one of the milkweeds in the back of the wildflowers there.
Yeah, antelope horn. I'm gonna pass the wildflower. So, but what did Calvin specifically ask me to look for?
For the bees.
Bees. Did I look at it? Did I remember to look at it?
Oh, but we are forgiving you because you did have another birthday.
Okay.
You know, and some people like me have more years than Mark, but they
some people go downhill.
They deal with it much better than they.
You know, in the tree world, we call it senescence. You know, and sometimes it's a fast drop.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this wildflower one is nice too. Oh.
Yeah.
Gosh, another. You know, you could give everybody in the family a different one, and then.
They could fight.
No, I mean just to be for the.
So I would highly encourage this birds of Central Texas. This looks very nice. It has all of them. It has all smallest to largest. It has bald eagle.
Does it have Mexican eagle? Ceniza? I mean...
Yes, it does. Crested caracara. I had one fly across my path in my car the other day.
Yeah, and I told you about them landing on the buck this morning.
And there's your Cooper's hawk.
See, that's one of the neat things about this publication.
Mm-hmm.
They're really up to date because the caracara is not
is a relatively new,
new addition. Oh, gosh,
so it is. I'm looking at it. So we
my
can't look at it. It's radio. But
my son would love this snake.
That
book.
snake one was really interesting. It even shows you which ones are venomous and non-venomous.
That's good. So, and the wildflowers. So, I may just I'll have to look what it's in the back. I have a bunch of these in the back of the little fold thing in the back of my vehicle.
Yes.
Behind the seats. And so I have to look to see which ones I have. I may have to get some more.
And we'll have to go to Alex, you or I will have to go check on the bees.
The bees, yeah.
And where are these located? Right there by the register?
So you go inside.
Yes.
And you go to the hard left.
Okay. So right there against the wall. Okay.
Against the wall. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they're it's a wonderful collection, and they are. Mark's right. They're a great source of information, easy to use.
There's one on bats. That would be kind of a cool one too.
The butterflies is still my favorite, but the birds and the wildflowers are
and
these
are
great
these are
too.
So nice to take
And the
with
snakes.
you on a walk. Mm-hmm. They're laminated. They fold up well. You can back fold them. For a specific one. But they're great. Yes.
And
everyone should have one.
Occasionally, if you go on a walk here in Central Texas, you do sweat a little bit, and so it's kind of nice that you could put them in your back pocket, or
we have
in your
on that note,
little like a briefcase, a light.
Yeah.
We have a great selection of hats.
We sure do. Not on sale this week, but
they're not on sale, but they have been in sale in the past. But just want to mention that we have a great hats.
Oh yeah.
We have a great selection of hats.
Necessary too for a lot of us to wear hats.
Yeah.
Way to stay safe.
Yes.
Now,
anyway,
another thing we were going to check on, Mark, but I didn't remember, and I'll bet you didn't. Bird baths.
I checked on the way out.
All right.
But and then I forgot how I checked them. I was parked in the front yesterday, so I was looking for them.
Well, the reason we were going to check is that the article that was published in the Express News yesterday.
Want to hold on that? We have a caller coming in real quick.
Okay.
Yes, 210-308-8867. We have John on the line. John, thank you for calling.
Thank you. Appreciate you taking my call.
Of course.
My question is, I live up in Blanco. I have 2 really nice soft shell pecan trees, and I have a whole lot of hackberries and native pecans and a huge bur oak tree. And my question is, can I graft native pecan or soft shell pecans to hackberries, or the bur oak to the hackberries or the native pecans?
Only the latter. So you can, if you have an improved variety, paper shell, pecan, you can grow them onto native pecan. Graft them onto native pecans. However, I'm not a good grafter, and Dr. Stein has a wonderful show once or twice a year over at Finch Nurseries, where he does a wonderful job talking about grafting. But yeah, you can do it on similar species.
Okay, so there's nothing I can graft all these dadgum hackberry trees that the birds have planted for me.
No, there's nothing you can do to improve them. Quote, improve them.
Nah.
Same thing with the bur oak. Even like you say, like to like. Even you couldn't do a live oak onto a bur oak.
So, Larry Stein's class, that's generally in the wintertime, right?
That is correct. That's in February.
Okay. So that'd be put that on your tentative schedule.
Yeah.
How about Mark? What about resource? Any kind of written resources, books, or anything?
If you like YouTube, there are really good informational directions on YouTube. And you have your choice on how to do it.
Who is that? Larry's or is it?
No, that's not only Larry's. there's a couple other people. Georgia, Georgia and Mississippi, they have some good grafters that do YouTube programs. But and as well as Larry's. But there again, the best time to do it is late winter, very early spring. Yeah.
I understand that, yeah. I just was curious, was there anything I can graft onto all these hackberry trees that I've got? I've got 2.5 acres, and my whole fence line is hackberries or crepe myrtles or native pecans.
Yeah. Well,
and then I've got
if your hackberries are like mine, just wait until they'll fall down on you.
Well, I had one at one point a few years ago that was, 15 feet around, and it finally split and broke off one way and then broke off the other way. But for the most part, I don't keep them. They're just, like I said, they're in the fence line, and I thought, well, if I could graft either the bur oak to them or the soft shell pecans. I don't want any more native pecans. I got plenty of them. I was just looking for something that I could do with the hackberries other than just cut them down. So.
And obviously you have more soil than I do over there because your pecans are doing well, I guess. Native. Yeah,
I'm right on the south. I'm on the south side of town, kind of in the old Blanco River bottom. Yeah. I've got that black gumbo. I mean, in 50 years, I've never seen a rock bigger than my fist digging holes and all that. So,
yeah, I kind of knew where you were off of the southeast side, southeast side, 165 area.
And Mark
I'm on 163. I'm on 163, right at the bottom of the hill below the vet clinic.
Cool.
So, anyway, if you know the area, it's a house been here 140 years. So, but anyway, all right. Well,
Hey,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can we go ahead and make another? So a lot of the folks out there have got pecans that don't have the wonderful soil that you do, including in my neighborhood. And a lot of pecans are dropping branches and falling over, as many as the hackberries now after this drought and everything. So, Mark, would you recommend that they do any kind of pruning on that? What about pecans? I know you've given a lecture or two in my neighborhood. What about pecans in areas where there's not a lot of soil?
Well, fortunately, Selma has very good soil, and that's where you should plant the pecans. For those areas which you don't have that amount of soil, yes, you need to make sure that the pecans are consistently watered, and you have to do some pruning, some weight reduction if you have some very long branches. And so think of it this way, that's a very long straw if it's a long branch, and it's really hard for the tree to get water all the way across. So you're going to have to shorten up those branches.
And if you don't do that, they will shorten up their branches
by themselves.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm lucky and I've got good soil, but there are my soft shell last year. I mean, loaded. I mean, I got a 13-gallon trash can full of just shells from all the pecans I shelled. This year, I'll be lucky if I get a 1-gallon bucket out of it this year.
Correct. It's alternate years, and then it's also the kind of the weather conditions.
So will he, because of this 7-8 this rain we had in June, will his crop? Could he expect his crop next year to be
So next year you'll have a bearing year, but also you have to play in this weather pattern we have right now. So the rain that occurred did an outstanding job. If I had the ability, I might give them a good dose of water this month and next month, and then go. Leave it to Mother Nature.
Yeah, but the pecans aren't making anything near like last year. My big bur oak, I've got a bur oak that's about 65 feet from one side to the other of the canopy.
Wow.
It's making a lot of nuts this year, and even the smaller ones are all doing good. But the pecans, they're not anything like last year. I mean,
Well,
I don't water. It's all natural. They either do or they don't. But I've seen a lot of out in the pastures where I'm working. A lot of the natives are loaded with pecans. So, it's just, I guess, that off season for mine this year.
There you go. It's off season now.
You're making a lot of gardeners like me jealous here.
No. There's one person in particular who has no acorns on his bur oak that you're making him very, very jealous.
Wow. I mean, I've got some that aren't 5 years old that have got, I don't know, probably 50 or 100. This one tree, my mother planted it 40 years ago, I guess, and I said, it's huge. But she told me, she said, you take good care of that tree. It's going to be a really nice tree, and it is. It's as nice a tree as you'll ever see. And the squirrels have just scattered them everywhere. I mean, I've got bur oak trees growing everywhere where I don't want them. But I've tried transplanting them, and I've got one going right now, and that's it. So, But anyway, I just was curious about the grafting to the hackberry trees because I got a lot of them as well.
But that would be neat if you did attend Larry's class. It's very interesting. He's good at it. And the input you have because of your experience with your pecans would be valuable and welcome, too. So,
okay, that's in the late winter?
February.
Yeah. So start looking around or maybe call Phoenix last week in January.
Okay. All righty. I'll look into it. All right. Appreciate it. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too, John. All right. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back. Janice, we see you. We'll get you on the other side of this break. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. We have Janice on the line. Janice, thank you so much for holding. How are we doing today?
Pretty good. I was calling to ask a question, two things. First of all, I've already asked Calvin this question, and I've forgotten the answer, so I apologize. We have some Turk's cap planted in different clumps, semi-shaded area. They're doing very well. The shoots are coming up about 2 or 3 feet tall with blooms at the tip ends. But the lower 1 foot or so of each stalk, the leaves are all yellow. But all the new growth is very green. What caused that?
How much water do they get with this 100-degree heat?
Well, they were getting good water. I mean, it's been like this for about a month. So they grew very well back in June and July when we had all the rain. Do you think they're just not getting enough water now, and that's what's making the lower leaves turn yellow?
It'd be kind of interesting to do a little penetrate the soil and see what. Turk's cap are a little bit unpredictable in terms of the light and all, but it almost sounds like that new growth is responding to the rains we had in June, and they're dedicating whatever water is available. How much is there? A lot of soil? Do you have a lot of soil there, or
no? Not really. Yeah. It's on a drip irrigation line along a street median in our neighborhood.
Wow.
So it's
how much? So it's a lot. How much shade is there?
It's dappled shade.
Okay. Well, that should be suitable. Yeah, I would bet that they're getting along on what the drip irrigation has provided, and they're provide whatever new growth that could provide. That's what you're seeing. How big is the planting? I mean, is it something that would be expensive in terms of adding more water?
No, not really. I just need to tell the irrigation guy to turn the irrigation up, I guess.
Yeah, or you could experiment a little bit with a handheld hose and just pick, 5 or 6 of them and see how quickly they respond. Quite often, I have a lot of Turk's cap, and quite often they'll respond pretty quickly to access to new water, like when we had that rain in June. Mark, you want to add anything?
Well, since nitrogen and iron are mobile, iron is not mobile, but nitrogen is mobile. Maybe they're just the leaves just shifting some resources up to the new leaves. Or it could
nitrogen and water.
Yeah, or it could be some water, or it could be a little extra shade on that particular one. But you can hear from my voice, am I worried? Nah, I'm not worried at all.
Well, I'm not worried either, but it's just not attractive. But as my imagination is, those lower yellow leaves are never going to turn green again, are they?
No.
So it's just unsightly, so to speak.
I was going to say, you know what I would recommend?
Going out there and plucking all the yellow leaves off?
Plucking them off, yes. And then they're out of sight, out of mind.
Do you have any, have you ever fertilized them? Do you have any fertilizer on hand?
Yes, I have put, on 2 occasions, a cup or so on each kind of clump of the Medina, the organic fertilizer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I was going to say, we're looking, wondering if you had put like 1959 on it. Whoa. But no, a Medina product would probably be better, a cup of that particular product, because it is lower in nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium. So, that's good. And that's what I do. But that's the only thing I would have done. I would have added 1 more cup. I don't like to do it in August, but
like I say, the top 2 feet of these shoots all look just beautiful and they're blooming.
Yeah.
It's just the bottom. Now, my other question is, last year I did cut them down. I don't know, at some point in time, maybe December or January.
Yeah.
I cut them all down to about just a foot tall.
Yeah.
So, should I do that again this year?
Absolutely.
You can.
Yeah.
I never.
I don't do it. Yeah, I know you don't have to. The only thing you're doing is the second week of February, second and third week of February. You're like going, I don't like to look at them anymore, so I'm going to finish them off. But they will freeze down to the ground, or pretty close to it. So you don't have to do anything to them except later on.
But you could. It might be kind of interesting to do your experiment a little bit with a few of them. Give them a little bit of water and see if they respond to it.
Okay.
But, sounds like yours are more vigorous than mine for sure.
Well, they're at the entrance to our neighborhood, so I've been trying to baby them along, and now those yellow leaves are an embarrassment to my gardening skills.
See, there you go. Just take them off. Then no one will know.
Okay.
All right.
I heard it from you.
Good luck.
All right. Well, okay. And then my other question for Mark about the anaquas in my yard.
Yeah.
I've been listening, Mark, for 20 years saying to diversify the forest. So I've done that. I've planted several anaquas. I've got some that are 10, 15, almost 20 feet tall. I planted some new ones this past year, and one in particular has grown up very spindly. The main trunk is about as big around as my finger, and it's gotten like maybe 8 feet tall, but it's putting on just a whole lot of shoots, and I've cut them down once or twice already. But it seems like it's spending more of its time growing shoots out at the base rather than trying to branch out at the top. Should I be cutting off, say, the top foot or so of the tree to encourage the sides to branch out more?
No.
Okay.
A thin, tall, spindly anaqua? Oh, I would be going, thank goodness. Yes.
Because it's not shrubby.
It's not shrubby. They can always put on side branches, and of course your rule of thumb is 2/3 of the total height in branches and 1/3 clean. Well, you're not even meeting that yet, but go ahead and remove the basal sprouts on a regular basis, a consistent basis, like I've told a lot of people, I like to do it on Christmas and on 4th of July with crepe myrtles as well. And just let nature take over on that one. Eventually, it will divide some. Not divide. It will
Some
produce
side branches or whatever.
Yeah, it will produce.
I mean, it's curled over almost like a shepherd's hook, you know.
Yeah. Well, and then it'll probably make another one on the other side, shepherd's hook. So it will start developing a crown.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not shaded, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
they're kind
a little bit.
It's anticipation for the Oakwood, which is very near 1 street over.
Yep, sure is. I'll call again next week, but I did want to say that we are having an oak wilt seminar put on by the Texas forester, Elizabeth Niago.
Yeah.
And that will be at the Walker Ranch Senior Center on Tuesday, September 1st at 5:30. And she's going to come and talk about oak wilt in our neighborhood and what to do about it. But it's very applicable to anyone who lives in a neighborhood with a lot of native live oaks.
There is a couple of new spots on West Avenue or just off of West Avenue. If anybody's listening, I would heartily encourage you to go.
Well, state again where it is.
At the Walker Ranch Senior Center, and that's at 835 West Rhapsody. And it will be September 1st, a Tuesday evening at 5:30.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So anybody knows that area, it's off of West. It's behind the park or across the creek from the park on a little side street. You can't miss it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yes, it's the nicest senior center the city has built. And it has a walkway that goes right into the Walker Ranch Park.
Sounds great. Thanks for letting everybody know.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Janice. 210-308-8867. We're going to take one last break for today. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We have about 15-16 minutes left in our show for this weekend, so give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Mark, what were you looking at out there?
So, we got to thinking about peppers, and I had not looked this morning. So I raced out there, and we have a nice variety of peppers. We have the Tam, the mild one, which some aficionados say Texas A&M has ruined all peppers. There is jalapenos. There's some serranos. And specifically, I know, anchos, poblanos. And then Calvin was asking about Anaheims, and there are some Anaheims. They do need a home. They look like they actually told me we need a home. So please.
No, I was asking about Aladdin's, I thought.
Oh, Aladdin's. Oh, no. There's some Anaheims out there. About Aladdin's? No.
Okay.
I didn't see any Aladdin. It's the same A.
Yeah. A
gardener had called in and asked about Aladdin's.
I did not see any Aladdins.
And these are still good to plant for a good while, right? How long are they still? How long are peppers still in season for?
For a long time. We were talking about that yesterday, that you could grow them for at least a couple more months.
Now,
I doubt after October.
If you got a greenhouse, you could move them into the greenhouse in the wintertime too. They'll we got September, October.
Yeah, I was going to say this month. It's the 16th today, right? Yeah.
16th, yes, it is.
So this and the end of this month and September, and then it's getting kind of iffy in October.
What do you? Because of what?
The temperature change and the day length starting to change.
Oh, the day length will be a factor.
Yeah. A lot of those hot plants also are daylight determinant.
All right. Well, before we talk about anything
anyway,
else,
peppers,
Yes,
and we have them here.
Now we.
well, one sec. We have a caller, 210-308-8867. We have Bert. Bert, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, greetings. Long time.
Yes, sir.
How y'all been?
Well, good. We worry about you, Bert. You know that we do. Sometimes when we don't hear from you, we go, where is Bert? I hope he's okay.
Well, Bert, no, I'm not. I'm sidelined until about November 1st at Thanksgiving. I slipped, fell, broke 3 ribs and my right humerus.
Oh! I knew you fell, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh, yes, and when I got out of the hospital, the backyard or the yards looked like the prairies at Comanche Lookout Park. So I was like, well, I'm not pushing the lawnmower over that, so I've just been doing what a one-armed man can do. I bio-solarized all the yard that I wanted to get bare ground.
Uh-huh.
So my question is, my Hugo mound that I made the last day, it's full of red ants. What do I do for that?
Oh.
Because I don't want to use the poison.
What kind of ants? So like
the one that like they're small, but they love to feed on me. That's how I found out they was red ants.
Okay. So there's lots of different red ants. So it sounds like the ones they're not fire ants though. There may be a native red ant in there.
Yeah, they're small and they're a little bit black on them as well.
Okay.
Are they on a hill?
Yeah. So what are you talking about? It's Hugo. Well, what do we call it? Hugo Mon? Hugo something?
Yeah.
What we're creating? We're creating a high organic soil. So we have some trunks of trees and brush of trees, and we pile soil on top with some compost, and we let that decay, and then we plant in that. Well, it seems you have some critters, 6-legged critters associated with that.
Yes, I was mixing.
Yeah,
I was mixing some soil in on the top of it before I cardboarded it, and then I just like, it was just like, let's eat Bert right now, all at once.
Okay, so they did attack you.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got the same ones you describe in my garden. And they create a hill, but they're almost tougher to deal with because but by the time you realize they're attacking your whole body, they're so small you don't see them, but once they start biting you.
So are these crazy ants, these raspberry ants?
Crazy. I always call them crazy ants.
Crazy ants.
And moving fast.
Yeah, and they have a little black on them. I always identify them because they're black and they're fast. And so, yeah.
I just put the same fire ant material on their hills.
Check on the Google, Dr. Google on the crazy ants or raspberry ants because there may be a new bait.
Alrighty. The other want something to get to the queen.
Right. Correct. And they may be like fire ants, multiple queens that we found out.
Okay, that's a newer fact. I didn't know they would do multiple queens.
They may be. I may be wrong on that. I haven't kept up with the literature.
Roger that. Well, I'll do it. It's like I said, you might have something there, but like I said, I've used that stuff tat for when those are the ones I call the crazy black ants when they get inside the walls, right, and that seems to work.
Yeah.
Are they in the house or in the garden?
No, this is in the garden. This is the garden. Okay. And so I just let it go decompose until so I could just I got 2. I'm out of a sling now, so I can basically use from the elbow on the right arm down so I can assist myself. And I was putting topsoil on it. And I was, doing that and maneuvering it around with my fingers, just like kneading it in. And all of a sudden, it was like my right hand was on fire, my left hand was on fire. And
Yeah, that's. But
check it out. Check out the insecticide or baits.
All righty, guys. And Mark, happy trails. I heard you go and take a trip up north, huh?
Yeah, this Thursday.
Well, have good fun. Enjoy the coolness.
Thank you, sir.
It probably won't snow on him up there, will he?
No, they're talking about humidity, high humidity. But it may break by the time I get up there.
We shall see.
All right, guys.
All right.
I just wanted to check in and say,
hope you feel better.
Oh, yeah, I feel good. I just can't do too much. That's all. So, y'all take care. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
All right. We got somebody else?
Yes, we do. 210-308-8867. We have James on the line. James, thank you for calling.
Hey, I just got in on the end of, I guess that was Bert, has crazy ants.
Yeah.
Well, my mother had 7 sisters, so I had 7 crazy aunts. And what I did was I just tried to stay away from them. Seemed to work pretty good. Anyway, I digress.
Is that a joke, James?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have people on that.
Hey,
go ahead.
Okay, I've got an Anaheim pepper. First time growing them because bell peppers give me the belches. That's why I missed the old Rio Grande Gold. And anyway, so I grew an Anaheim as a substitute for bell, and they started out first crop really nice, mild, mainly use them in carne asada. And so I made a batch of carne asada about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the peppers were riper, showing a little bit of color. And I guess I overdid it. The carne asada was so hot, my wife could not eat it. I was under the illusion that Anaheim stayed mild. So with this hot weather, when we go into the fall and the weather cools off, are those peppers going to go back to mild, or are they going to stay hot?
When growth slows down, there is an accumulation of ingredients, nutrition, if you will, into the fruit. So it makes sort of sense that the first batch was milder and the second batch was hotter, because growth slows down and movement of all nutrients goes into the fruit. If it gets cooler, maybe, yeah, for the same reason, same logic. A lot of times, by that time, a lot of people have removed the peppers from the garden, so I can't say.
Oh, well,
sure.
It is still really, even though the weather's hot, it is still putting on peppers profusely. They're just hot.
Well, that's why we like to grow them.
Yeah. Okay, because I know a lot of times peppers kind of shut down when the hot weather gets here, but this one has kept on going strong. Okay, but they're just hot now.
Right.
So, anyway, I didn't know if that was normal for Anaheims or not, because I'd never grown them before.
And I don't grow a lot of them. Because a lot of times they're in Chile Relleno, so on that, and they tend to be grown because they're mild. So
right,
I'm kind of at a loss, and I'm guessing logic with plant physiology that you do have a concentration of various chemicals in the fruit when the at maturity and the plant is slowing down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess only time will tell.
Yeah,
all right.
It makes sense. However, I don't know for sure.
Okay, I just have so many peppers and my wife can't eat them. I'm actually throwing them out for the birds and whatnot. Anyway, okay, I was just kind of curious about that because, like I said, first time growing them. I'll just have to see what they do in the fall when it cools off a little bit. If it cools off a little bit.
You want to do the joke with me for Alex? Hey, James.
Yes.
Why can you throw all the jalapeno pepper or the hot peppers out in for the birds, and the birds don't worry about it?
because the birds can't taste the heat that's in the peppers.
Well, it's simpler. You got to go because they have no lips. Boom.
Oh, because they have no lips.
Boy, the birds are eating the chili patines like mad.
Yes, my mockingbird is feasting on mine because I removed the bird netting because there was too many peppers for me to consume, so I figured I'd just let it.
There you go.
Better go ahead and share. Just share. All right. Y'all have a good week. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
You
Thanks,
too.
James.
All right, we're inside 5 minutes. Want to give a reminder, next Saturday, Milberger's is having their summer blood drive. That's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. People who attempt to donate, whether you're able to or not, will receive a $10 gift certificate for here to Milberger's. But if you're able to donate, they are also giving a bonus of a free short sleeve T-shirt and a $25 H-E-B gift card from South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. So that's next Saturday, the 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Walk-ins and appointments are available or welcome. Aside from that,
I was just going to say, finally, what else did we miss on
the sales?
On sales, because we've had some really good customers.
Good customers, good callers. Yes, Texas Sage, I know we talked about, was on sale, 10% off, and you went down the list of what we had available.
Yeah, and the various sizes. Even the Renegades is in number 2. So Susan gave me a list here. San Antonio Rose in number 3s, Green Cloud in 3 and 15s, Laredo's number 5, and Silver Dream was the one I couldn't remember.
There we go.
And that's number 3s.
So we have those.
And those are all 10%.
We have crepe myrtles on sale, regularly $44.99. They're on sale $38.88. Star Jasmine in a number 5, which values to $34.99, on sale $28.88. Our favorite these past few weeks, the Pride of Barbados, is on sale. A number 2, regularly $19.99, on sale $16.88. Mine still hasn't bloomed any flowers yet, but it's about maybe 3 feet tall right now. Citrus is on sale, starting at $49.99, 10% off. Fruit trees are also on sale. Values $49.99, now 25% off.
That's the one I was supposed to look at. Yeah, okay. I forgot. I knew there was something else.
Lantanas, and a number 1, regularly $9.99, on sale $7.88.
And boy, they're looking good, blooming up a storm. Every color you might want.
Sure are. Blue plumbagos, at number 1, $9.99, on sale $7.88. And then Esperanzas on sale. And at number 2, they're regularly $24.99. They're on sale $16.88. And those are our sales for this week. And
wow.
And next week we'll be having the article will be on the winter vegetables, fall vegetables. That will be time to prepare the soil, and you can we'll soon be starting to plant them.
Yes.
And then Mark will be off on his trip, and so we'll have a couple of guest speakers. Karen Guz on Sunday, and the president of the Men's Garden Club on Saturday, and he'll talk a lot about the opportunities. Of course, the half of the membership of the Men's Garden Club are women, and a lot. It plays an important part in a lot of environmental programs. And gardening programs for youth in the city.
We're both lifetime members, and I don't often get to the show as much as I should.
Well,
to the Thursday. It's the first Thursday of each month.
Well, we wish.
And you've got a wonderful newsletter. The Men's Garden Club does too.
We wish Mark safe travels this next week, and we thank you for listening to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar, Dr. Calvin Finch, and Mark Peterson. Have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.